I am on a quest to return to myself. And also to not take myself as seriously as I used to. To shed all the bullshit, all that is not me. It's interesting, the way that I used to approach things was thinking that I needed to become, right? I learned all these ideas that I was not man enough, I was not masculine enough. And it's just funny to me now because it's like just noise. And the more I learn about myself and what traumatized me, the more I realize that throughout my entire life, the way that I've been approaching things is actually getting away from Chris rather than returning to Chris. It's interesting. I've been focusing so much on becoming. What can Chris become? What can Chris add to himself? It's just about returning. Returning to the authenticity that is Chris. Everything that was pushed out in childhood, in survival, to gain approval and validation. We learn to repress and push out and abandon and neglect ourselves. And so I'm on a quest to return to myself. That's what this is about. And throughout that journey, learn to, or I should say, unlearn taking myself so seriously. When I remember to just dance, that's when I unlearn taking myself so seriously. No, walk straight. Be firm. Hold the tension. No thanks. I'll do a little dance. Just have fun. Let the sun be my spotlight. That's it. That's really it. I've been having so much fun with life, just allowing myself to be me, integrating. When I say returning to, I'm referring to integrating or reintegrating. Just a matter of looking at the parts that I previously pushed out, that I previously, you know, I uh, I was taught were unacceptable. Isn't that interesting? People are raised in families where their parents teach them that different parts of themselves are, I should say, different parts of their children are unacceptable. Meanwhile, they learned that from their parents, and so on and so forth. Yay! Generational trauma. It's a really cool thing when a parent can just allow their child to be. That's it. It's a really cool thing. It really is. It's an absolutely cool thing when a parent can just allow their child to be. And that's usually when the parent is healthy, safe, and stable. When the parent either has, you know, less marring or they're well on their way of healing, right? But usually the way that things work is that the parent just has a ton of bullshit from their parents, and then they project it and displace it onto their child, and it messes up their child. And then their child just gets very confused, and then it just ends up being a shit show, and then the child needs therapy later on in life. You know. Of course, no child goes left unscathed from childhood. It's just the reality of it. But there are healthy parents out there that are just allowing their children to be. And then therefore, with that, there's not much of, returning to authenticity that's necessary, because that authenticity has been experienced. The child was never pulled out of themselves. They were never taught, no, you can't be that way here. No. Run away from that. It's not acceptable. When you look at, well, at least when I look at it from afar, it's weird to me. It's weird that family systems, dysfunctional ones, are structured in a way that leads to unnecessary shit for a child. It really is. It's strange. It's strange when I look at it. It's like, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't. So therefore, it's really not necessary. Why should it happen? Oh, because people are imperfect. Yeah, but still. So, just let a person be themselves. Let a child be the child. Let people express themselves authentically. That's what it's all about. It's about authenticity, right? Your parents didn't know, and neither did their parents, and neither did their parents. Like the parents that think that they know what they're doing usually don't know what they're doing. A majority of people are not healed. A majority of people are not healthy, safe, and stable. They're just projecting their shit onto their children. And it sucks. It's like, come on. If you're going to have the audacity to have children, at least have the audacity to be on your path of healing or healed. I mean, to suggest healed is kind of, I don't know. It's a bit of a, it's a bit much. It's a bit out there. It's kind of like, I don't know. Healing is something that I believe is kind of like a lifelong journey, right? But at least have the audacity to just allow the child to be the child. And this is the same thing that I started with in the beginning. I'm on a quest to return to myself. It's not about what I can add to myself. It's about me integrating. It's about me looking back at, 2 decades ago, more. And just being like, hello there. I remember you. I pushed you out. I neglected you. I abandoned you. Let's breathe together. Sit down, friend. Let's talk. That's all. That's really what this is about. Me returning to myself.